And we're recording. Okay, welcome everyone to Kubernetes SIG Apps. Today's the 7th of October 2019. My name's Adnan Abdul Hussain and I'll be hosting us today. And we have Matt Farina on as a co-host, and Ken Owens might join a little bit later as well. I'm sharing a link to the agenda here if you want to follow along. And so the first thing we have here is an announcement from Cheryl. Cheryl, do you want to go ahead and answer, or I can ask on your behalf as well?
Sure. Hi, Adnan and everybody else. So I'm Cheryl. I'm Director of Ecosystem at the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, and I run the CNCF end user community. And there's been a couple of requests to learn more about application CRDs. So I was hoping that somebody from SIG Applications would like to present to the CNCF end user community and take some questions and answers. So these calls run every 2 weeks. October 17th would be the next one, or it would be November something. I'll have to look it up and add it to the agenda. But I'd like to open it up and see if anybody wants to present to the end user community.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Kenneth.
Can you hear me? Hey.
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah. Sorry, I missed you last week. I was at Grace Hopper. But yeah, I can come on the 17th if you'll schedule me in. What time is it? What time is the thing?
The call is 9 till 10 a.m. Pacific time.
Okay. What day?
Thursday.
Thursday? Okay. Sure, I can come and answer some questions.
Okay, that would be excellent. I'll send you a calendar invite. Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Perfect. Thanks, Cheryl and Ken. All right, next on the list is 117 release team intro. Jeffrey.
Hello. Can everybody hear me?
Yep.
Awesome. I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm one of the release lead shadows for 117. And I wanted to go over a couple of the key dates really quick. We are 3 weeks into the release schedule starting today. The release 117 started Monday, September 23rd. Enhancements freeze is next Thursday, I think. Sorry, next Tuesday. So October 15th is when enhancements freeze and all of your KEPs need to be in. Code freeze is November 14th. And hopefully 117 will be released on December 9th. This is a shorter release than normal by like a week because we wanted to try and get everything in and done before the holidays. And also with KubeCon in the middle there, it's kind of hectic. So we hope everyone understands and make sure those dates are marked. Any questions? Take that as a no. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Cool. Thanks, Jeffrey. All right. Next up, we have a discussion item about cluster scoped application CRD, but I don't see Barney on the call. Barney, are you here? Okay, I think we'll skip to the next one then, which is review for RS expectations bug fix.
All right, that was me. I just put it there because we were low on the agenda, and last time Janet said she would look into it, so just a second request, I guess. Or if someone else has time for it.
If Janet doesn't, I'll try to ping Janet. If she can't get to it in the near future, I'll take a look.
Okay, thanks.
I think Janet was out today. I don't know if she's out.
Yeah, maybe she's on PTO. I wasn't sure.
Cool, okay. Well, that's everything that's on the agenda. Does anyone have anything else that they'd like to bring up today?
I have one thing. My Inc. reached out. This is about the staple set. maximum available feature that he wants to release. So he's wondering if we should do an alpha feature gate around it. And it's kind of, my thought on it is actually sort of probably not. So like the one thing about the alpha feature gate is if we choose to remove it from the API later, there's no way that you can have that field enabled in your API between versions. But the way the field is being set, it's going to go onto a V1 object anyway. If somebody uses the feature, they're in effect opting in. But I'm not strongly opinionated on it. Does anyone here think one way or the other that we should definitely enable alpha feature gate for that, or any other thoughts?
Yeah, I know I've seen some issues and threads about it. I forgot what was the correct way to do it, but I would have to look into it. Because I know Jordan had some comments about like some backwards compatibility with regards to serializing the API and stuff. And it was a long time ago. Have you checked those recommendations we have for that? I think they were trying to change the community doc around API conventions or something to reflect that last time.
Well, so for features that are like behavior changes, alpha feature gates are a thing. And then for APIs that you're going to release that are new APIs, alpha gates are a thing. For a modification to an existing API, which is basically backward compatible unless you enable it, I don't think there's any direct guidance, or at least I wasn't able to find any, but maybe I can look a little bit harder and see if they've updated the guidelines for API modification to handle that specific case. I'm just not aware of one.
Yeah. So if we add the field without wrapping it in alpha feature gate, the field is basically in stable V1, even though the feature is alpha, right? Which wouldn't be great, I guess. We would have to change the API even for the alpha field. And if we wrap it in alpha gate,
I mean, I'm not opposed to doing the alpha either. Like I said, like to me, it looks like this, right? If we're not confident that this is the right way to do it, then we should probably think harder about doing it at all, because rather than releasing like a V2 of the API, which is, I guess, the least risky way to add features, we're going to add it in a backward compatible way to a V1 API, which is slightly more risky in terms of like, if we do get it wrong, then, and it's enabled at a beta, there's no going back, right? Like it's on a V1 object. But because it's something that like maximum available is a semantic that exists in the other workloads API anyway, and we have a good understanding of the use cases that we're trying to support, the risk is relatively low that we're going to get it wrong. If we alpha gate it, what usually happens is nobody actually uses it. So you can put it in and test it, which I'm fine with. But then when we remove the alpha gate in 1.18, we're back at the same level. So the alpha gate, all it's really going to give us is another quarter to play around with the implementation and make sure that we're happy with it, which I don't think is a bad thing.
Yeah, like I'm not opposed to having the field enabled by default, given, as you said, it's the same as the other workloads. And basically we can iterate on the implementation. Yeah. I will check the conventions if this is mentioned in some rules.
All right. It would be awesome if people could leave feedback on if they have thoughts, what those are on the CAT.
Right. Okay, I will get back to you on that one.
Okay, are there any other topics people have? Sounds like that's it. Okay. Well, we can wrap up here then, a bit early today, and we'll meet again on the 21st of October. Thanks everyone for coming.